The question I have on this one is for the procurement office. When I pull up the documentation that you recommended for award on February 27th, 2015, you had awarded this contract initially for $300,000. And there were a multitude of companies that bid. The first question is, why was this done under a master agreement if you are only awarding to one individual on this?
Chairman Elias, Supervisor Miller. The master agreements is just the title of the contract we use for as required contracts. The majority of them are only awarded to one contractor.
Oh, the majority I've seen have had two or three, but okay. The other question I have is on the sheet, it says that the person you awarded it to was non-responsive and you awarded the contract to them. It says they did not bid all items, and the first one listed is Arizona Glove and Safety. How did they get the contract if they were non-responsive back in 2015?
Chairman Elias, Supervisor Miller, since I don't have the notice of recommendation of award in front of me from 2015, I can't really answer that.
This is part of the background material. It's provided by your office, page 1 of 1. It's about 3/4 of the way down the page, and it says right on it, non-responsive firms. And so I'm just puzzled as to how this contract could have been awarded to a company that was non-responsive.
May I look at the copy of what you have?
Sure.
Chairman Elias, Supervisor Miller. So in 2015, Arizona Glove and Safety submitted 2 packages. So the notice of recommendation for award delineates that. Arizona Glove and Safety number 1 was 1 bid package, and that was the one we made the award based on. Arizona Glove and Safety number 2 was the one we deemed non-responsive because they did not bid all items.
So do contractors typically do multiple bids? Is that how it's done? Because that seems very odd that they'd be allowed to do 2 bids.
I would say it's not typical, but it is allowed and it does happen. They may propose different brand names and different pricing.
That seems like an unfair advantage for one company. I mean, did they all get the advantage of submitting 2 proposals and one using, I mean, that seems really out of line to me, that you'd allow them to do 2 bids and whichever one stuck kind of thing, and the other folks only did 1 bid. Were they allowed to do 2 bids?
Anyone is allowed to submit a sealed package.
Multiple bids?
Yes.
Are they notified of that up front?
It's not a custom notification in our solicitation. But if anyone asked or if it was discussed at pre-bid, we would allow it.
Okay, and I just asked that I get that document back. You can just give it to Joanne. But the other, I guess I just have a real problem that this company got this bid to begin with, and now we're on revision 4. I think that I would recommend that we go back out to rebid this, since the company, in my opinion, got an unfair advantage to do 2 bids up front. Thank you. So I will object to this.
Any further discussion? Any objections?
I object.
1 noted for Supervisor Miller,